the offices and our canteen. We have this admin building, our canteen, the campus clinic, the library and the IT building, our president's office, the finance building. Now, the student affairs and services, the function of the student affairs service is to monitor and coordinate the different service offices of this university. Its scope of monitoring and coordination is only limited to the function of every service offices in terms of services, projects, activities rendered for the students as stipulated in the CHED Memorandum Order Number 9, Series of 2013, or the Enhanced Policy and Guidelines on Student Affairs and Services. Our vision is the Student Affairs Services, or the SAS, is a dynamic and engaging service organization of NURSU, composed of the Student Affairs Office and the service offices that is concerned with the welfare and development of the students. Our mission, the Student Affairs Services implements, monitors, coordinates, and evaluates programs, activities, and services for the student welfare and development. So, the Student Affairs and Services handle and gives assistance in the following. We have the Student Identification Card. So, as of today, since we are we are having the pandemic, in order for you to have your ID, especially first year, what you are going to do is to send us the following private message. So, your student ID number or student number, your complete name, your course, date of birth, name of the contact person in case of emergency, your address, your contact number, and of course, the copy of the latest load slip. And finally, your picture, of course. It must be a colored t-shirt with white background. The office also facilitates the insurance, the mail services, the lost and found articles, the student organization and activities, and we also handle the complaints, and then of course the different notices and posters in this campus. Our personnel, of course, the first one is yours truly, your Assistant Campus Director of the Student Affairs Office, Mr. Rinaldo G. Navarro. I am a graduate of Master of Arts in History in the main campus in the year 2017. I am also a current instructor of the College of Teacher Education. I am now pursuing my PhD in Educational Management in the Central Philippine State University. Another personnel is in the person of Miss April Catherine Bilahot. She is a graduate in the BS in Office System Management of this campus in the year 2008. She's in charge of the process of good moral certificates, assists in student organization and student assistant. She's also in charge of the incoming documents and complaints. Of course, she's also in charge of the on-the-job or the OJT practice teaching form and orientation. Another personnel is in the person of Sheila May A. Espanola, a graduate of Bachelor in Secondary Education in this campus, major in English in the year 2012. She's in charge of the release of the outgoing documents, evaluate and release permits and waiver for the on-the-job training and practice teaching. She evaluates also and release requirements for the in and out campus and academic activities. And of course, the last one is she's also in charge of the release of the clearances and the lost and found items. Another personnel is in the person of John Carlo B. Cotimar, a graduate of Bachelor of Industrial Technology of this campus in the year 2014. He is the in charge of our identification card. She is the in charge also of releasing our IDs link, and he is the in charge of the Gender and Development Office. Now, the Gender and Development Office, the vision of is of a world where social justice and gender equality prevail and where all women and girls are able to realize their rights free from discrimination. Mission, women and men are able to participate equally in all aspects of public and private life in accordance with the provisions of gender and development policies, programs, projects, and activities. The objectives, the trust functions is to eliminate unlawful discrimination and harassment on the ground of sex and to promote equality of opportunity between women and men in all of its function. Now, our God focal person of our university is no less than Ma'am Miwan T. Kalihan, MBA. She's also a current dean of the College of Mrs. Administration. Now, what are the common and minor offenses of our student? First, entering the campus without ID, wearing shorts, slippers, sleeveless shirt, miniskirt, and blouses with plugging necklines, throwing garbage anywhere, improper grooming, like body piercing jewelry is prohibited except for rings, studs, or other traditional jewelry worn in the ear. Tongue rings and tongue studs are not permitted. Any clothes that are suggestive or indecent or which cause distraction are not acceptable, specifically oversized clothing, tank tops, muscle shirt, halter tops, spaghetti straps, exposed back or midriffs, and see-through garments are not permitted. Appropriate footwear must be you have other important activities that needs to wear slippers. What are the common major offenses? Number one is the use of somebody else's ID's card or allowing others to use her ID just to let him in the campus. Forging or falsifying and or tampering with academic, official record or documents of any kind. Another one is inflicting physical injuries upon another within the campus. Boxing or physical fighting. So what are the sanctions and penalties? Of course, first is warning, second probation, third restitution, fourth suspension, third dismissal or non-readmission, and then the last one is expulsion. Now, the Board of Discipline are composed of the Director of the Student Affairs and Services, the Dean of the college where the students belongs, the Chief Justice of the Student Government or the Student Government President, the Advisor of the Student Government, then one student services staff that serves as secretary, and of course the director of the care center. Now all these minor offenses, major offenses, the Board of Disciplines are found in the student handbook which was approved by the Board of Board of Regents. What are the procedure and due process? Of course, any member of NORSO and the community or the university itself may file a complaint or charge against student or students. The complaint may be submitted in written to the following: Assistant Director of the Student Affairs, Dean of College, the Department Chairperson, Student Government. So, the aforementioned offices may initiate possible settlement or dispute resolution. So, another thing that we have to be in our mind, the different act that we have to be always aware upon entering in this campus, especially the Republic Act 7877, the Anti-Sexual Harassment Act of 1995. It is not only the university who will investigate you, but take note that you will be also affected if you violated this law. What is this Republic Act 1777? The state shall value the dignity of every individual, enhance the development of its human resources, guarantee full respect for human rights, and uphold the dignity of workers, employees, applicants for employment, students, or those undergoing training, instruction, or education. Towards this end, all forms of sexual harassment in the employment, education, or training environment are hereby declared unlawful. Another act is the Republic Act number 10173 or Data Privacy Act. This is very important. Everybody must always aware of this, especially we are now in the stage of computer. This is an act protecting individual personal information and communication systems in the government and the private sector, creating for the purpose a National Privacy Commission. It is the policy of the state to protect the fundamental human rights of privacy, of communication, while ensuring free flow of information to promote innovation and growth. So the state recognizes the vital role of information and communication technology in nation building and its inherent obligation to ensure that personal information and communication systems in the government and in the private sector are secured and protected. So let us be aware that we have this law, and since all of us are already in this computer world, we must always be aware of what are the things that we are going to post in the social media. Take note that there are laws that might that protect you, and then probably you will be also be filed a case if you are not responsible of using this social media. Another one is the Republic Act 8049. This is an act regulating the hazing, particularly in fraternities. Any forms of initiation, especially our campus, is encouraging the students to organize student organization like academic organization, religious organization, fraternities and sororities. We are recommending, or we are highly encouraging you to organize, but we have to be aware of this Republic Act. This is an act of regulating hazing and other forms of initiation rights in fraternities, sororities, and other organizations, and providing penalties thereof. Another Republic Act is the 7610. This is what we call the Special Protection of Children Abuse, Exploitation, and Discrimination. This policy, or the policy of the state, is to provide special protection to children from all forms of abuse, neglect, cruelty, exploitation, and discrimination, and other condition prejudicial their development, and then provide sanction for their commission and carry out a program for prevention and deterrence of crisis intervention in situation of child abuse when the parent, guardian, teacher, or person having care of or custody of the child fails or is unable to protect the child abuse, exploitation, and discrimination, or when other acts against the child are committed by the said parent, guardian, teacher, or having care or custody of the same. Another Republic Act, these are the latest act that was signed by our President Rodrigo Roa Duterte, the Republic Act number 11313 or Safe Spaces Act. This is the common violation of our young ones. This is the act defining gender-based sexual harassment in streets, public spaces, online, workplaces, and education or training institution, providing protective measures and prescribing penalties therefore. Like, for example, the catcalling. What is this catcalling? Unwanted remarks directed towards person, commonly done in the form of wolf whistling, and misogynistic, transphobic, and sexist slurs. Another is the stalking. What is this? This is conduct directed at a person involving the repeated visual or physical proximity, non-consensual communication, or a combination thereof that cause or will likely cause a person fear for one's own safety to suffer emotional distress. So that's all for the Student Affairs and Services. Thank you for listening. God bless us all. Well, once again, welcome to Negros Oriental State University school year 2021.
Thank you very much for the presentation, Mr. Professor Navarro. So this time, let us hear from the host of this orientation program, the Guidance Services or the CARE Office. Of course, we have Assistant Director, Professor or Ma'am Annabel C. Reyes.
One Care Center, your resting place in the campus. I would like to introduce to you the very accommodating staff of the Norsu Care Center. Let me start with myself. I am Annabel E. Reyes, a registered guidance counselor, and I am also the Care Assistant Director of this campus. We have also Ms. Shema Marie P. Martalines, our psychometrician. And the person whom you are going to contact with when it comes to scholarship and when you are going to make an appointment in the care center is Ms. Janine C. Mandap, a graduate from the Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. I would also like to introduce to you the different guidance designates of the campus. Let me start with the College of Agriculture and Forestry. The guidance designate is Mr. Ruel P. Limson. For the College of Arts and Sciences, we have with us Mrs. Lilian P. Sumagaysay. Then for the College of Business Administration, we have Mrs. Imelda T. Navarro. Then move forward to the College of Criminal Justice Education, we have Alan H. Ihe. And for the College of Industrial Technology, we have Mr. Rogelio R. Cordero. And last but not the least, from the College of Teacher Education, we have with us Ms. Rona Faith Z. Iraga. The Norsu Care Center helps you to know where you are, know who you are, clarify your goal, helps you know where you want to go, helps you to become open-minded, and also assist you to think outside of the box. Then we will assist you to have a commitment to work on worthwhile dreams. We will also help you to become aware that there are several options in a given situation. Then, we will assist you to develop the ability to turn a disadvantage to an advantage. And then, we will assist you to explore the many creative ways to meet, to manage, and resolve conflicts. And then, we will help you to develop willingness to accept differences between people and situations. Our vision in the Care Center is to provide programs, services, and opportunities to every college student to obtain necessary knowledge and skills in decision-making, goal-setting, planning, communication, and interpersonal effectiveness to become responsible and self-confident citizens. Our mission is to provide services and resources in an organized way to all students to enhance their personal and emotional, academic, social, and career development. The Care Center is governed by the following principles. We believe that every human being has the right to optimum development and to seek his own identity. Because of the growing number of models or the so-called influencers in social media, we tend to forget the realities of life and of who we really are. We will help you get through that identity crisis. Okay, we also believe that developmental education is something more than just instructional mastery. It demands an integrated growth of the person. And the role and obligation of the guidance counselor is to give assistance without imposition. Please note that the guidance office is the safest place where you can be yourself without judgment. So help me cut that notion that the guidance office is a place where you can be punished. Okay, moving on. The CARE program is an acronym for counseling, assessment, resources, and enhancement. So we have these services. First is the counseling service. This service is given individually or in group. And we have this posted on our official FB website for you to be able to contact us, the Tala Storiata, because we believe that mental health matters and we urge you to be kind to yourself, be kind to your mind because we care for you. So if you need someone to talk to, we are here for you always. So you can contact us on this different platform. You can call me anytime or text me through 0936-471-3645 or through our official FB account, We Care North Subayawan, or through our page, The Helping Hands, or through our personal FB account, Bing Iyumagi and Shem Marie. Tala, Storiata. And next is we have assessment. Under this, we have testing. So results of tests are important to both student and to the faculty and administrators for evaluating and improving educational outcomes. So hopefully by next year, we can have the entrance exam to help us sort out students who wanted to be enrolled in a particular program. So TEST also provides a comprehensive and integrated measurement of the student's general mental ability, aptitude, interest, personality, as well as traits. We also have this. This prepares the graduating students for transition from school to work through the capability training and for practice teachers, as you can see in the picture, and students who will undergo the on-the-job training and through the basic job entry skills training. Okay, because we are helping students to prepare for the world of work out there. Okay, so then we have resources. Under resources, we have orientation program and information service, and also scholarship program. So for the orientation program, just like what we are doing right now, new students get acquainted with the different offices and its services. They get acquainted with the college personnel, rules and regulations, as well as the facilities of the campus. So I hope you can stay until the duration of this program so that you will know some of the offices where you can go to inside the campus. Then we have information service. New students are made aware of the activities undertaken by the center. Various activities are conducted to provide and enhance students and faculty with necessary skills and knowledge. And the center maintain an information bulletin board to provide students with relevant information regarding educational, vocational, and occupational opportunities. So if you come to the campus, you may notice that we have our maintained bulletin board. Okay, for the scholarship program, these are the available scholarships, most of which is coming from the Commission on Higher Education. So we have the Student Financial Assistance Programs, or the STUFAP. We have the CHED Full Merit and Half Merit. We also have the CHED Tulong Lunong and the Sugar Regulatory Administration, or the SRA. So if your parents or relatives are sugar cane planters, you can avail of this scholarship. Then, still from the Commission on Higher Education, the UNIFAST, or the Unified Student Financial Assistance System for Tertiary Education. Under this is the Tertiary Education Subsidy. I'm sure some of you heard about this. So, to apply for this, first, you have to ask your parents if they are listed on the Listahanan 2.0 of this DSWD. Then, locally, we have the LGU of Bayawan and Santa Catalina. They are also accepting students for scholarship. Then we have the DAR. If you are enrolled in the College of Agriculture and major in crop production, you can avail of this scholarship. And if your family is listed as IPs, then you can avail of the NCIP scholarship. And also we have the DOST. Okay, next. Last, we have the enhancement. Care Centers Enhancement Program sponsor and facilitate retreats, seminars, workshops, training on various topics, issue, and interest. So, as you can see on the picture, we have the Kaibigan workshop, we have the youth encounter, and the journey to self-discovery. So, always remember that we care for you at North. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation of Ma'am Reyes. Before we proceed to the next part of the program on who will be giving the orientation as personal services, may we remind those who are having their cameras open, especially those who are sleeping, kindly, you can just put off your video if you're just going to sleep while the orientation is going on. We are very much appreciative for those who really gave their efforts for this formal affair, this academic affair. Those who are wearing their business attires, those who are really having their gestures and how they pose in front of the camera, we commend you. But for those who are showing the gymnasium, for those who are showing your knees, and everyone else, kindly do follow netiquette. Let us have etiquette, and let us, of course, observe basic respect while the program is going on. So thank you very much to everyone. So you can just chat your friends if you see them, if you know them, you just chat them on Messenger. Kindly inform them that what they're doing is not, as per the etiquette that they should be practicing while doing virtual meetings, especially for those not especially for those sa tanan yun siya. So, katong nagduyan, etc. Kindly again observe how you're going to behave in front of the camera because you're already college students and you have been accepted to the university, chosen from among the many. All right, sige. So let us now proceed to the other office will be giving services also to the students. So once again, thank you, Ma'am Reyes. And this time you will be oriented with the services from the Campus Registrar's Office. And for that, let us welcome the presentation or our acting registrar, Ma'am Michelle C. Badon.
Oriental State University Bayuan Santa Catalina campus. The heart and soul of the Office of the Registrar is service, which should be provided to the whole NERSO community. The Office of the Registrar is where your life's most challenging journey as a college student in Negros Oriental State University starts and ends. Because you can only be part of the NERSO family if you are officially enrolled. And you cannot officially leave the campus to transfer to another school without your certificate of transfer credentials, or to start to work without your transcript of records. And this all will be provided at the office of the registrar. Students seeking registration in the university must be enrolled during the specific period prescribed in the university. Students should submit the following admission requirements in order to be officially enrolled. The requirements for new students are high school card and certificate of good moral character. For transferees, transcript of records, honorable dismissal, and certificate of good moral character. And for foreign students, they are required to submit DFA Red Ribbon documents, valid passport, and valid student visa. A student must be officially registered in order to receive credit. Registration will only be official when you receive your load slip. So if you have your load slip with you, congratulations, you are officially enrolled. A student may be allowed to cancel enrollment at least 2 weeks before the midterm examination, provided that the student has the written consent from his parent or guardian, stating the reason for the cancellation. A student may be allowed to withdraw enrollment within 2 weeks after classes have officially started, provided that the student has not attended any class yet. Adding and dropping of subjects may be allowed as long as it is within the adding dropping of subjects period, as stated in the university calendar. They have to message the following format: the student number, course, year level, subjects requested to be added, subjects requested to be dropped, and the reason why they add or drop the subjects, and send it to NORSO BSc Registrar at norso.edu.ph. The regular load of student is prescribed in the program course curriculum, and overload are only allowed for bona fide graduating students during the last semester. The student must have obtained a GPA of at least 83% in the previous semester. An overload request approval will depend on the endorsement of the dean. Simultaneous enrollment may be allowed in the last semester of the student, provided that the GPA from the previous semester is 83% or higher. The total load is not more than 30 units, and the student is a bona fide graduating student. These are the retention policies of the university. Number 1, prerequisites. Students are required to follow the subjects specified in their respective course curriculum. In no way would a student be allowed to take higher level subjects unless the student has already taken and passed the required prerequisites. At the end of the semester, you will be given a grade. And in some cases, if you are given the mark of INC, it is given to a student whose class standing is passing, but fails to take the final examination or fails to complete other requirements for the course. An INC can be removed provided the student concerned completes all the requirements within 1 semester. Otherwise, the mark of INC will automatically become a 5 or a failure. The procedure for completion of INC under the new normal. So the following are the steps. Number 1, the student will comply the locking requirements to their instructor. Then the instructor will then email the completion grade to the college dean. Then the college dean will endorse the completion grade through email to the registrar. The registrar will record the completion grade. So email the format: student number, student name, course, subject, description, units, semester, school year taken, completion grades, and the faculty name. So number 3 is the shifting to another program. Any student may be allowed to shift to another program, provided he satisfies the minimum grade point average and other requirements set by the college or department where she wants to transfer to. And take note, there would be no shifting to another program during the second semester. Number 4. Effective school year 2018 to 2019, the grade point average is the basis for retention of students in the course or a program. Every college have set their own GPA standard as perceived by the faculty, considering maintaining the academic standards of the university. So the following are the retention requirement for every college. For the College of Agriculture and Forestry, for the programs in Bachelor of Agricultural Technology and Bachelor of Science in Agriculture, an 80% GPA is required. For the College of Arts and Sciences, for the programs Bachelor of Science in Computer Science and Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, an 80% GPA is required. For the College of Business Administration, for the programs Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management, Bachelor of Science in Office Administration, an 83% GPA is required. And for the College of Criminal Justice Education, for the program Bachelor of Science in Criminology, an 83% GPA is required, and major subject grades should be 83% or better. For the College of Technical Education, for the programs Bachelor of Elementary Education and Bachelor of Secondary Education, an 83% GPA is required, and major subject grades should be 83% or better. And for the College of Industrial Technology, for the program Bachelor of Science in Industrial Technology, 75% GPA is required. In addition, the following are the retention policies. A student is only allowed one failure in major subject, and second failure in the same program will mean automatic shifting to another program, and students cannot enroll back in a program already automatically shifted. And a graduating student may be given conditional retake for a second failure, and a student would be on provision if he failed to meet the GPA requirements for the program, and allowed only to enroll 15 units. So this is our grading system. 1 would be the highest, which is 95 and above, and 5 would be the lowest, which is below 75. So aside from the implementing of the enrollment and retention policy of the university, the following are the services offered by the Registrar's Office: the evaluation of student grades, the request for certification, the request for transcript of records, correction of grades, student inquiries on enrollment and graduate statistics, announcements, student verification, online student, and also e-system. For information and details, you can also call our hotline 0953-362-7364, or you can email us for enrollment concern at norsulbsregistrar@norsul.edu.ph, or for request of documents at norsulbsregistrar@yahoo.com. Thank you, and God bless your stay here in Norsul.
Thank Thank you very much, Mama Don, for the presentation. So students, you're already oriented as to what happens to your grades if ever you will be having INCs, and eventually if you will not comply that will lead to failed grades. So of course, once again, those are very important, especially as you journey your education here at Norsu Bayoan. So thank you very much once again, Ma'am Badon. This time, let us welcome the Library and Internet Services, which will be presented by the officer in charge of the campus library, Mr. Clyde Sale and Verbosidad. And of course, for the Internet Services of the library, it will be presented later by our campus Internet in charge, Mr. Franco T. Abekibel. Welcome to Norsu Bayoan Library. Norsu Bayoan Library is located on the second floor of the IT building in Negros Oriental State University, Bayoan, Santa Catalina campus, catering to almost 4,000 faculty and students of the 6 colleges in Norsu BSc. The library, which is the hub and academic center of the university, is primarily responsible to make all resources accessible to ensure the cultivation and growth of knowledge by building the library collection, creating a conducive, welcoming, and comfortable physical environment, and fostering an atmosphere that acknowledges diversity and excellence supported teaching, learning, research, extension, and production functions of the university. The goal of the library is to provide quality information and efficient services to answer the needs of all members of the academic community and other stakeholders, with the aim of contributing to the intellectual, scientific, and technological advancement of all clients. Home to 1,000 books, the library is composed of the Reserved section, Filipiniana section, Reference section, Circulation section, and Internet Research station. The library resources include theses, magazines and periodicals, non-book materials such as CD collections, other non-print materials or e-resources, and electronic devices or equipment such as iPads and computers. The library is subscribed to 3 e-resources: Science Direct, InfoTrack, and Philippine e-journals, which provide thousands to millions of content, especially e-books and academic journals. To access Science Direct, go to https://www.sciencedirect.com/ log in with username norsubayoan@norsu.edu and use the password NegerState. Here are
are the instructions on how to access ebooks at Gale InfoTrack. Go to https://infotrack.gale.com/idweb/phnorsu. Enter the access code WONDERFUL. Search for the book title, for example, Education. Click on the book title that you prefer. For Philippine e-journals, go to the website https://ejournals.ph/ log in with username norsu-bsc using uppercase letters and use the password norsu-bsc still using uppercase letters. To request for printed books, log in on Facebook and look for Norsu Bio One Library, or go to https://www.facebook.com/Norsu Bio One Library. Fill out the Google form, especially the required fields, then click Submit. Wait for these 2 days to receive your copy, which will be sent to your email address. If you have questions or need assistance, please contact us through our Facebook page. At your service for our pride, hope, future, and present, Norsu Bio One Library.
Thank you very much, Mr. Velocidad, for the presentation. And of course, thank you as well to Ma'am Joden Salva for the internet services. I'm not so sure if Mr. Abicabel will be able to be with us due to the signal. So for this time, let us proceed to the health and sanitation. And of course, this will be given to us or presented to us by our campus nurse. Let us welcome Mr. Alan Philip Gamo.
Good day, everyone, and welcome to Norso Bio One Santa Catalina Campus. In behalf of the Norso Bio One Santa Catalina Campus Clinic, as we are dealing with the global pandemic in observance to COVID-19, may we remind on behalf of the University Clinic Office to observe health protocols based on whatever approved by the local IATF of the Municipality of Santa Catalina, Pasay, and City of Bayawan. To please bear with us with those following safety measures because above all, your health is our utmost priority. The following are the best preventive measures on protecting yourself against COVID-19. Number 1, wear face masks at all times. 2, clean your hands often. 3, cough or sneeze in your bent elbow, not in your hands. 4, avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Limit social gathering and time spent in crowded places. Avoid close contact with anyone who is sick. Clean and disinfect frequently, touch objects and surfaces. Practice your fist or elbow bumps instead of handshakes. Eat a well-balanced diet and have an 8 hours of sleep. The Norso Bio One Santa Catalina wants you to be informed, be prepared, be smart, be safe, and be ready to fight COVID-19. That is why we have formulated the Norso Bio One Santa Catalina Campus Clinic, the official Facebook page of the Norso Bio One Santa Catalina Campus. This program provides both the students, faculty, and staff the opportunity to avail of health services remotely through sending a message to Nurso Bayawan Santa Catalina Campus Clinic official Facebook page. Services includes giving health-related advice, assessment on complaints of signs and symptoms related to illness, giving instruction for first aid treatment for minor injuries, referral to a local provider or facilities, communicate with parents and students about how to access healthcare services, particularly in isolated areas. That is why if you have concern that needs medical services from our campus clinic, you may fill out Nurso Bayawan Santa Catalina Campus Clinic medical consultation form, and you may contact us in our official cell phone number. It's 0935-1829-133 for some important concern. Thank you and God bless everyone.
Thank you very much for the presentation, Sir Gamo. And once again, for the information of everyone, Mr. Gamo is our campus nurse. And of course, if you have health-related concerns, you can always come to the campus clinic, provided that you are vaccinated or that you have your antigen test or updated antigen test results with you. All right, so let us now proceed to the university rules and regulations, and this will be presented by the campus chief security officer in person of Mr. Dioscoro E. Labe.
Good day, everyone. Welcome. In behalf of the University Security Management Office, I would like to inform everyone that we have some guidelines to be observed in consonance with IATF protocol when you will transact any business with Norsu Bayawan Santa Catalina campus. This is to help everyone to be safe as we are still experiencing the deadly COVID-19 pandemic. So here are the guidelines. Number 1, students and other clients are advised and encouraged to transact business through online. Number 2, students are not allowed to enter the campus unless otherwise approved by the administrator. Number 3, transactions such as getting and submitting of any learning materials should only be done at the gate through the help of the guards on duty and the assigned admin personnel. Number 4, wearing a face mask is a must while transacting any business. Observing of the minimum health protocol is a must, such as physical distancing and hand sanitizing. Number 6, any delivery through online orders should be picked up only by the one who orders or by his or her authorized representative. So I hope everyone to strictly observe these few guidelines. This is our only contribution to help fight COVID-19. Good luck and stay safe.
Alright, so that was a presentation of our Chief Security Officer, Mr. Labe, and of course you can see him around whenever he will be in at the campus, as he is of course regulating the flow of the students and of course even other like faculty and staff who are coming into the campus. This time we will be having the Sports and Athletics Services, and of course this will be presented by our Director for the Sports and Athletics. We have Mr. Jonas Gaffo.
Good day to our beloved student of Negros Oriental State University, Bayawan, Santa Catalina Campus. This is your Sports and Athletic Coordinator, Mr. Jonas S. Gato, a holder of Masters in Science in Criminal Justice Education. I would like to say, for those who are new in this university, welcome, welcome, and welcome. The Sports and Athletic Office will continue to serve you even though we are still facing in the pandemic year. We will still conduct online sports development training so that the students who are sports enthusiasts will continue to develop their sports capabilities. And if ever the local EITF will allow us to conduct face-to-face training in dual and individual sports event, we will do so, especially in boxing and badminton, which this campus represent the state colleges and universities athletic association, both regional and national event. Thank you so much, and please feel free to contact me through online for further inquiries. Thank you, and God bless.
And that was the video presentation of our director for the Sports and Athletics Services. Now, let us now proceed to the Arts and Cultural Services, and of course, we have it in the person of Mr. Joel J. Melendres.
Greetings to everyone. I am Joel Haro Melendres, the Arts and Cultural Affairs Chairman of NORSU BSC. I would like to welcome all first-year students to the Negros Oriental State University Bayuan Santa Catalina campus. The Cultural Affairs Office aims to promote culture and the arts. It is assigned to ensure involvement of the university to the different activities related to arts and culture. It also strives to foster the students' awareness and develop love towards their own cultural heritage. The Cultural Affairs is composed of the Kabilin Choir, the Kabilin Dance Troupe, and the Kabilin Band. Each has an university values. The office is recruiting new members of each group every start of the opening year. To be a member, one has to undergo audition, which is done every opening of the school year. Obviously, to be a member of the choir, one has to know how to sing. For the dance troupe, one has to know how to dance. For the school band, membership is open to students who can play the instruments used by the band, like drums, cymbals, trumpets, and others. Those who can't play any instruments could audition for flag bearers and minorites. For this school year, though, recruitment has been put on hold as it is a must for the different groups mentioned to meet face-to-face to organize and practice. Activities of the Cultural Office, thus, will resume as soon as normal face-to-face interaction will resume. Thank you.
All right, so if you were able to see the activities that were, of course, spearheaded by the Arts and Cultural Services, and not just spearheaded but participated in, and if you're interested, although we are still not having full face-to-face or in-person classes, but if you're interested, you can contact Sir Joel Melendres, because, of course, we may be able to have in-person classes, and, you know, like we may be having presentations if it's just like via online. All right, so that ends our student services orientation. But before we will proceed to the introduction of the faculty and staff, if you have any questions, you could actually post them in the chat box. That is, of course, concerning the services of the campus. All right. So although the open forum is supposedly at the end, but we can have a few of your questions now if you're interested to ask, especially regarding what concerns you. As per the health and sanitation, I did mention a while ago that you can come to the campus for consultations, provided you are vaccinated. But in case you cannot come to the campus because you are not feeling well, the clinic is actually doing e-consultation. So if you want, you can just contact them at their Facebook page and you can ask for an e-consultation in which, of course, our campus nurse and our campus doctor will be entertaining you via messenger or whatever video conferencing tool that you can use so that you can have your health concerns be consulted with at the campus clinic. So we will now be proceeding to the part 3 of our orientation, which is, of course, introduction of the NORSU Bayuan Santa Catalina campus faculty and staff. And we'll be starting with the administrative staff. which will be presented by the Assistant Campus Administrator for Administration, Dr. Eduardo C. Vasquez. Tapos na? Okay, tapos na tayo. All right. So that ends the presentation of our administration office that was presented to you or to us all by Dr. Vasquez. Now let us proceed to the College of Agriculture and Forestry, and of course this is headed by our Dean of the CAF, Dr. Francis M. Galon.
Mana?
Nalagi mga ngalan ilaha.
Wala day mga.
I mean, dili nga na ilaha kay na ay cough. Kakaon pa gani ng uban.
Dili po kay walay tingog ako ah.
Wala tingog mo mga.
Gira ako.
At your service, Dean of the College of Business Administration, Maywan T. Kalihan, Master in Business Administration, and has completed the academic requirements for Doctor of Philosophy in Business Administration at University of San Carlos. Assistant Dean and Program Chair of Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management, Joanne D. Andulana, Master in Business Administration, and has completed the academic requirements for Doctor in Philosophy, Major in Business Management at University of Negros Occidental, Recoletos. Program Chair of the Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, Maria Kathleen A. Champo, a Master in Business Administration, a Master in Education, Major in Technical Livelihood Education from University of the Visayas, Cebu City. Kristen Joy L. Bahadi, a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management with units in Masters in Business Administration, Major in Hospitality and Tourism Management from St. Paul University. June Anthony N. Makapanas, a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management with units in Master in Hospitality Management from La Consolacion College, Bacolod City. Program Chair of the Bachelor Bachelor of Science in Office Administration. Bea Marie S. Molenio, a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Office Systems Management and has completed academic requirements for Master in Public Management at Negros Oriental State University, Main Campus. Yon Trovit C. Dalet,